worth recording. All right, good stuff. So, like I said, guys, work takes time. Whatever it is that you want, you gotta go after it and go after it with vigor, go after it with fervor, go after it with all that you've got until you get it, guys. My name is Coach Vera. Welcome to our first session of Transformation Tuesdays, I'm gonna be calling it. And this is a new initiative, guys, that I would have implemented and I just decided, you know what, instead of having an opportunity session, let's just take a day out of the week and just focus on all things positive, all things inspirational, all things motivational, focus on successes, focus on wins, focus on, big wins and small wins. A win is a win, a win is a win. And just kind of use this day as I want to say a refresher, but also a recharger and also a starter for the week. I know it's Tuesday and it's not Monday, but we already had calls on Mondays and I already have a call on Sunday. So the next best day was Tuesday. So I thought let's have a transformation Tuesday. So I hope you guys are excited. Who's excited? Who's on the call right now that's excited about VIP, man? Because let me tell you, some really exciting things have been happening. Who's excited about VIP Club and what's been happening with it? Who's excited about the potential that we've been seeing and the potential that we know that we've got? Let me know in the chat real quick, guys. Drop some fire in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat if you are excited about what we've got, man. Because let me tell you, I honestly believe, y'all, and I mean this, I honestly believe that VIP Club, based on how it's created, based on how it's set up, based on how it has been built in a way that everyone can win, I believe that VIP Club is going to be one of the biggest, most successful and lucrative platforms that are out there. It is not as fancy as some other companies that we might have been part of or we've seen, but I'll tell you what, the simplicity of it alone makes it extremely powerful, y'all. And I say that because here it is, we've been in this program as, at least our team from for about the less than 60 days, probably about 40 something days or so we've been in now. Um, and in that period of time, man, we've seen people go from, couple dollars extra per month to, to from double digits to triple digits to quadruple digits, and obviously, the next step in that line is five figure income. So I'm looking forward to when we start to see our first five figures be realized in the group. So, guys, what I wanted to do tonight was a couple of things. Again, this is just kind of going with it. Like I said, it's not a presentation per se. We can all kind of chat and discuss things here on this call. But this call is just really meant to kind of focus on all of the positives. I know that coming through the week sometimes for those of you that, you're going out to your job, sometimes you're faced with so much negativity. And it's difficult sometimes when you're trying to do something positive, but then you're surrounded by negative people. For some of you, it might not even be at work, it might be right at home. And you might be coming home to negative people and negative situations and negative conversations, and it just kind of throws you off. And sometimes you need a group of persons around you, a support system where when things get to you, get under your skin and start to beat you down, that you're able to have a place and an environment that you can get refreshed again and get revitalized again and start to feel that energy again. Um, you can start to feel that energy again that you need to kind of get you right back on track, guys. Let me ask this question. Anyone in here right now on the call, you can let me know in the chat who on the call can relate to that? Where you feel like sometimes you're just surrounded by all negative people around you and negative scenarios and negative workmates and negative situations. Anyone ever feel here ever feels like you just have all of this negativity around you and it's like it stifles you, like you can't breathe, like you just need a breath of fresh air to just get out and get away from around certain personality types. Anyone on the call can relate to that. You feel like you just need a breath of fresh air to be able to just do what you got to do and focus on what you got to focus on. But everything and everyone around you just seems to be talking about what can't be done, talking about what isn't working, talking about what isn't going right, talking about separation, talking about, everything that is just negative, everything that is wrong. And it feels like you're just surrounded with all of that 24/7 sometimes. Guys, this is why it's so important in this industry to surround yourself with like-minded thinking people. I will say as much as this. You know, everyone on this call, I'm sure, is part of the group, part of the team, part of the opportunity, yeah. But you see the group that you're in, maybe a WhatsApp chat, maybe you're part of Elevation Elite Society, maybe you're part of Coach Steve's team, maybe you're part of Coach Roy or Fabian's group. You know, and you notice that there's always just a small select group of persons that comment. You ever notice that? That it's almost always the same people that comment and participate and share and respond and so on. You know why? Because these people they want to they involve and they're feeding the energy. And I want to encourage everyone that's on the call. If you're part of a group, whether you're part of our team group or a different team group, if you're part of a group, it's so important to see the energy, the positive energy in that group. Because you see, you never know who in that group is what they're going through. You don't know who is dealing with something that is so mentally consuming that sometimes they come into that group and they may see some positive words, some positive affirmations, some positive comments, and you might just say something without even thinking about it that motivates that person, that energizes that person again, that just makes them feel better, guys. So I want to put that out to everyone on the call. Participate more, and think of how you can contribute more to the overall positive energy of the groups that you're in. It's not just a place where persons post information and post messages and post Zoom calls and that kind of stuff and post, their testimonies. No, the group is really a place where you're able to get motivated and stay motivated and be encouraged and to be able to not only be celebrating yourself, but to also celebrate others. And as I'm saying that, let me say this as well. In celebrating others, you actually open up the channels of the universe to be celebrated yourself. One of the biggest things let me ask, who's heard of the law of attraction? Who on this call has ever heard the term the law of attraction? Drop a 777 in the chat if you've heard of the law of attraction. It's a universal law that exists, and it's a real thing. The law of attraction, which basically, is speaking and referring to, what you focus on. What you focus your thoughts on is what you can start to attract to yourself. This is why you hear me say things like stop thinking about things that you don't want to keep happening to you. Which is why you always talk about your language and the kind of words that you use and how you speak and what you speak and even things that you might say in jest and joke. Just being funny, but understand that the subconscious mind is such a powerful thing that you could be joking around and saying things, thinking that it's innocent, but not realizing that your subconscious mind is absorbing everything that you are focused on. Which is why we see certain people who listen to certain types of music, you find that they act differently at different times. You ever been to certain types of concerts, and when certain music comes on, you notice that people start to go either very calm and relaxed or very much crazy, hyped up. Because you see, music in itself, the beat, the tones, the rhythm, music in itself, everything is vibration. Everything in the universe is vibration. Even speech, your words, you speaking, it's vibration. The sound that you hear coming to you right now as I speak is just vibration. Every single thing is sound. Everything is vibration. And if you were to break every atom down to the absolute nucleus, you break the atoms down to the protons and the neutrons, and you go even further than that, you go right down to the absolute thread of an atom. Guys, it is it is sound. It is thread of vibration. So this is why when you hear people talk about, higher vibration and lower vibration, the Rastafarians talk about higher vibration. When I was growing up, you always hear this, but I never really understood the seriousness and the significance of it, guys. But let me tell you, yes, frequency as well. It's all sound and frequency. Guys, I promise you, be very cautious to the type of things that you speak. When you pray, when you speak and utter words, when you chant, because praying is chanting and chanting is praying, it's one and the same. This is no different. Okay? When you speak certain things, you are sending vibrations out into the universe. When you attract certain things to you, it is a result of what you have put out there. Now, here's where it gets interesting, guys. There are persons who might be in situations right now, and you might say, "But I don't want to be in this situation. It's not a situation that I want, or I would want anyone to be in." But the reality is, guys, that we attract our situation by our words, by our thoughts, by our deeds. And I tie that in because this is not just about business tonight. Okay, this is not just about VIP club only tonight. This is a mindset call. This is all about mindset. Yes, it's a motivational call as well. It's an inspirational call as well. But primarily, this is a call about mindset, the way that you think, how you think, the things that you attract based on what you focus on. I posted this message recently and I asked the question. Well, it wasn't really a question, it was a comment more so saying, you attract what you focus on. So my question to you is this. For those of you who are trying to build a business, what is it that you're focused on more? Are you more focused on being successful in the business, or are you more focused on the people that are telling you no, the people that are telling you not interested, the people that says it's not for them? Are you more focused on the potential that you have to win, or are you more focused on what it will cost you just to maintain the business? You see, everything that you talk about, everything you focus on will determine your reality. We are the ones who create that reality in our life. We are the one that manifests everything that happens in our life. It's a direct manifestation of the thing that we choose to focus on. And most people choose to focus on what they do not want or what they don't want to happen. So one of the first things I want to encourage you guys to do is to change your language. I want everyone right now to type that in the chat as an affirmation. I want you to say, from today, I will change the things that I speak, or change the way that I speak. I want you to type that. From today, I will change the way that I speak. As an affirmation in itself, as you type that and you say it to yourself or you say it out loud, from today, I will change the way that I speak. And in saying that, guys, I want you to really start to internalize all of the things that you speak and talk about when you're thinking about the future that you want, the life that you want, the lifestyle that you want, the things that you want to attract, the money that you want to make. Because when you say that and you speak that, but then you get focused on, oh, but things are hard, things are rough. I don't have this, I don't have that. People don't want to join. People are hard-headed. And you start to say all of these negative things that literally contradict what you wish to attract to you. Every time from moving forward, from today, as you change the way that you speak, I want you to pay more attention to the words that you use and the things that you are saying. When you say it, ask yourself, is this something that I want to attract? When you say people don't want to do this, people don't want to join, guess what? You are now attracting that. People will not want to join. When you say nobody's joining, nobody's signing up, well, guess what you're going to attract? No sign up. When you focus on people got burned before and they don't want to do these things, guess what you're going to attract? More of that. Because the reality is people are joining. So obviously, it means that if you're saying nobody wants to join these things because of this or because of that, and while you're saying that, somebody just sign somebody up. It means that there's an error in your way of thinking. So you have to ask yourself, what am I speaking? What am I putting out there? Because you will always attract what you expect. And if your focus is always on what you are not getting or what is not working, you are going to attract more of that to your reality. Yes? So pay very close attention to that. Now, I want to give you guys a couple tips. If you want to take notes, you can take notes, but I am recording it, okay? So let's kind of wrap this conversation around the business of itself of VIP and network marketing and what's not. One of the first things that I realize with a lot of people when I speak to them is they're not excited or inspired by what they have. I think one of the biggest one, not the main reason, but one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people right now are not getting the level of success that they want to achieve is because they don't truly understand or appreciate the value of what they have. We have in VIP, we have great products and services that are offered, things that we can market in an industry like the travel industry, multi-trillion dollar industry, and we can now market something to persons who want that. There's a lot of people who want that. We have the multi-billion dollar health and wellness industry. And I, for a person, say, I'm not really into health products. And I said, but what do you have to be into a health product to sell a health product? I said, I am going to be selling the sexual enhancement supplement. I don't need any enhancement. I don't need any assistant, but I'm going to sell a lot of the product. Do I have to have a problem with to be able to sell it? No. The same way that I don't have to be fat to sell a weight loss product. So I don't need to have a personal testimony in order to sell a weight loss product. I can utilize the testimonies of other persons who use the product. You see? So that's the one thing. Understand the value and the quality of what you have and be inspired by what you have. The reality is this, guys. We have an opportunity that is very much low cost, is very much affordable. It is easy to explain, easy to market. It is, you don't have to do much, very much at all. We have multiple ways to earn money and make money in the business. Some ways are fast and some ways are slow. But you have to appreciate what you have. Understand that what some members earn in just that $40 that they earn in commission. There are other persons that have to get a team of people to reach $40. Whereas here, you can earn that in one single referral. So again, appreciate what you have in your hands. Okay. Let me go on to another point for you. This is a business. It is not a hobby. If you treat this like a hobby, you will earn from it like a hobby. Let me say that again. If you treat this like a hobby, that's just a side thing, just a thing I'm doing on the side, neither here nor there. Guess what? If you treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby, guys. I want you to start to look at this as a business. I want you to start to treat this like a real business. I think that sometimes because it is only $50 a month, some persons don't understand how much of a big deal it really is. If this had cost $3,000 to get started, I can promise you the persons that get involved would treat this very differently. There's not a day that would pass that they would not be trying to recoup their $3,000 and market this business because for some reason they attach it being, more valuable just because they spent more money on it. There are things that I have spent much more than 50 US dollars on that didn't have the amount of value that VIP Savings Club offers. So you have to change your perspective, right? Treat it like a business. I want you to think about this, guys. Every single day, for those of you who have full-time jobs, you get up, you go to work to your job. Okay? You get up, you go to work to your job, and you basically do your best to be the best employee that you possibly can be. You want to be a good worker, all right? I want you to ask yourself this question. If you are willing to do so much and put so much out and just make sure that everything is going right for a job that you will never own. You probably don't even have shares in it. You can't pass it on to your children. You cannot do that. but you will go every day, you will wake up religiously to go to that workplace and do the best that you possibly can. Why then can't you not do that for your business that does have the ability to leave money for your next of kin, that does give you the opportunity to work at your own pace in your own time, that does give you the opportunity to earn more money than your job could ever or would ever pay you, because there's no limit to what you could earn. It can literally change your entire financial lifestyle. Why then would you put so much effort, time, and energy into somebody else's dreams and not yours? Because the reality is, when you go to a job, especially if it's a private business, you're building someone else's dream. So if you can put so much time and energy into somebody else's dreams or somebody else's business and job, why then can't you do the same thing for your own business? And I want you to think about that. Why then can't you do the same thing for your business? See, when you come home and you say, man, I am tired, I don't want to come on a Zoom. I'm just tired. I just want to lie down. I just want to go to bed. You're not tired, you're uninspired. Because you just gave your all. And not from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. The minute that you get up out of your bed and start to get ready and get dressed and do this and do that and prepare, you're already giving your time and your energy to the workplace. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It doesn't start when you arrive at the workplace. From the minute that you have to break up your nice sleep, get up on your nice comfortable bed. From the second you do that, you're not doing it for you, you're doing it to get to that person's workplace. You are already giving the job your time. Now, when you finish work, between the time you get from work back home to do what you got to do, you're in traffic. You're probably in traffic, you're stuck, and you're frustrated. You're still not back on your own time as yet. So you think that you give 8 hours a day. No, you do not. Most people don't even realize that they're giving 12 to 16 hours a day away. And they're only being paid for 8 of those hours. I want you to think about that, let that sink in for a second. When you start to realize that, then you start to realize that, look, this is the opportunity here that could change your situation. Because what is money? Money just means option. Money just means freedom. Freedom and option is what money is. I don't do what I do to make the money. I do what I do for the freedom that the money will allow me to have. I do what I do for the freedom of being able to do what I want when I want, travel if I want to, be able to go to the supermarket and just pick up whatever I want, never have to budget. That is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's the reason you should be doing what you're doing. And if you've got children, even more reason to be doing what you're doing. But you've got to treat it like a business. Nobody should have to remind you to come on the Zoom call. Nobody should have to remind you to invite guests. Nobody should have to tell you to come on training. Nobody should have to do that. Not if you see this as a business that can change your life. Okay, guys? Let's go a little further. Let's go a little further. When you go there and you are introducing this opportunity to a person, you know, here's the thing. Most people, they like the passive. They like to be able to make money without having to recruit. How many times, guys, how many of you have heard someone from the time you share the opportunity with them? How many of you have had the first question is, do I have to recruit? Let me know in the chat. How many of you, when sharing this opportunity with others, the first thing that you were told is, or asked, is, do I have to recruit people to make money? Do I have to recruit? First thing out of their mouth, do I have to recruit people to make money? I gotta recruit. Well, let me tell you something, guys. Here's a reality. The people that are recruiting are the people that are going to make the biggest money. And yes, I get it. You want to get sign ups. You want people to sign up. So when they ask that question, here's what most people do. They start to try to figure out, how can I answer this in a way that it I don't actually just tell them Yeah, yeah. If you really want to make anything significant, you gotta be willing to recruit. But I don't want to scare them away. I see this is the problem. Here's the problem. We can't give people the wrong impression. The reality is, yes, you can definitely make money without needing to recruit. That is a fact. But make sure that they understand it is a very slow way to earn. If you're gonna say yes, you can make money without recruiting, make sure to add the last piece. Because I always tell them, yeah, you can make money without recruiting, but it is a very slow process because the money that you're making, and I'm not talking about selling, retailing products or travel. I'm talking about the 4x4 matrix, the $1,000 per month that you can earn. Yes, it is 100% true. You can make up to $1,000, but understand that how quickly that happens depends on a couple of things. Because if you are not doing anything yourself, the only other way that you will earn money in that aspect is if other persons are falling into your business from spillover. And where does spillover come from? It comes from somebody else that is above you that is recruiting. So recruiting must happen. It is based on sales. And that is where the money is, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, that is where the money is. Here's something. Whenever a person asks me that right up front, I already know this is not somebody who is here to make big money. Anyone that asks you that question, I can almost certainly guarantee it. They either will not last in the business, even if they join, they will quit, or if they join and they stay in, they will not do anything significant. I let you know right now. So you can gauge persons from the beginning. From the time they ask that question, do I have to recruit people to make money? Can I make money without having to recruit? You already know that they're looking for the easy way out. And if this was easy, guys, everybody would be doing it and everybody would be making a ton of money. Do you ever wonder why there's always a few people that make a lot of money and the majority of people do not? It's not because of any kind of unfair advantage. It is because there's always going to be a few people who are willing to do what it takes. And the majority of people are not. That is the reason. Few people are willing to make the sacrifice and commit to it. Most people are spoiled. They are looking for the easy way out. And the minute that they realize, oh my gosh, I actually need to put a little bit of effort and work into this, guess what? They run. So ask yourself this question: what kind of team would you like to build? Do you want a team of people who are excited? A team of people who are fired up, who want to build this business? A team of people who are not looking at making a few hundred or a few $1,000s. They are looking at this and they want to generate 10,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. Ask yourself what kind of person you want to build have in your team. Now, do you think that a person who doesn't want to talk to people or refer a person who's always complaining about everything under the sun instead of just putting in the effort, do you think that that is someone who will is likely to make $100,000 or $50,000 a month? Probably not. And you may have people in your team who they're not big builders, but they're consistent. They're consistent. They're consistent. Everybody isn't a big builder. Everybody isn't a fast builder. But there's a big difference between a person, if you know the story of the tortoise and the hare, which I'm sure we all do, it wasn't speed that allowed the tortoise or the turtle to win the race. It was perseverance. It was persistent. It was remaining consistent in the effort to win. So which are you? Tortoise or the hare? Now keep in mind, success does love speed, and the hare could have won, but he got cocky. He wasn't consistent. He started out hot. How many of you have ever had, joined a business and you had someone that started out hot, excited, fired up, ready to do it, and then before you know it, they're gone. All of a sudden, everything they had all the talk in the world. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Yeah, man, I want this big money, I want to change my life. This is it. Da-da-da-da-da. All the talk. And then you look around, they quit, they drop out, they're gone. Right? It's not how you start that matters, but how you finish. That is even more important, guys. Not how you start. Anybody can get started, but it's how you finish. It's how you finish. You can start hot, but then in 30 days, if you say you want to change your life, but then in 30 days you are already ready to give up, then you are not really serious about changing your life. If you can look at me and tell me I can see that this business, based on the money that can be generated here, I can change my financial situation forever. And then in 30 to 60 days, you quit because a couple other people said no to you. It means that you have to have such a weak mind that you are willing to allow someone who has no vision, someone who doesn't see the big picture, that person was enough to break you down enough for you to quit. Let that sink in for a second. Because when someone says no to me, I just see, all right, next one or next opportunity. Today, I have two people who told me no, and that's all right. Did I spend time trying to turn their no's into yeses? Did I spend time trying to convince them of why they should do this? No. They said no. My response in both scenarios was the exact same thing. No problem. How was it? I said no problem. Thank you for. Oh no, I appreciate you updating me because I sent a message out and I said I sent you some information that you requested of me. I haven't heard back from you, so I would like to get, either a yes or no. Are you in or are you out? So that I can update my note. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not here to convince you of anything. It's only $50. I am here to do one thing: send information and leave you with enough information to make an informed decision based on that information. I am not here to convince you of anything. If you do it, great. If you don't do it, great. I know where you stand. I can move on to the next person. I do not spend time trying to convince persons to do this business. Never do I do that. You know why? Because I have a certain level, I have respect for myself. I refuse to beg anyone to come into business with me. Are you with me, guys? I refuse to beg anyone. My only job is to present enough information to you that you can make a decision based on that information. What you choose to do with it after that is 100% your choice. Because at the end of the day, if I have to convince you to get involved, I probably have to convince you to put in the work. If you guys agree with that, drop a 111 in the chat. If you have to convince a person to join, it is highly likely you have to convince them to put in any work and effort. If you agree with that, drop some ones in the chat. And this is why I never spend time convincing people why they should do this. I just share the information with them. Give a perfect example. The same way that I have had people, I send the information to them, they responded and they said, I think I'll pass on this one, or I don't think it's for me. The same very way I have shared the information with persons, and the next thing they said to me was, I love this, I am in. How do I sign up? Same exact information, two completely different responses. One person says, think I'm going to pass on it right now, or I don't think it's for me, or not interested. It's the same exact information that other people looked at and said, I love this. I'm in. Sign me up, or how do I sign up, or send me your link. Without any other conversation in between. That's all they watch the same exact thing. So do not be disheartened when you get some people saying no to you. Because if you're using the same strategy, using the same system, and sharing the same information, Just as you have people right now saying no to you, you will have a season where you will have multiple people saying yes to you. But you will never reach that season if you give up or if you quit. You have to give it time. Understand this, guys. We all want the testimony. But what comes before the money? You first have the test. So we all want that testimony. We all want to be able to say, I'm making 1,000, 5,000, $10,000. We all want to say that. But the test must come first. And I want to say to you that if right now you're going through a period where you feel like no one is saying yes, no one is signing up, your business is not moving, your business is stagnant, you're not seeing the results that you want, the worst thing you can do right now would be to quit. You never stop. If you're going through hell, you do not stop. Because if you stop while you're in hell, where are you when you stop? You're still in hell. Your situation isn't going to be any better. So when going through hell, do not stop. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your fears and your breakdown. Sometimes you gotta get to the breakdown before you get the breakthrough because you have to go through that test. Are you with me? You have to go through that test. And when you've gone through that test, and not gone through it, right? You don't just go through it, you grow through it. I want you to type that in the chat real quick as we're just keeping it interactive. Grow through it. Don't go through it. I want you to type that, everyone. Grow through it. Don't go through it. Yes? And as you type in these things, this is affirmation in itself. Just the process of you taking the time and typing it and saying it and speaking it. Grow through it. Don't go through it. Everything is a lesson. Everything is an exercise to test you. It will make you stronger and make you a better person. The reason that I get so many yeses now, listen to this very carefully. That's right, Burnett. Grow through it. Don't go through it. Grow. In other words, always be learning. Let me tell you something. Listen carefully to this. The reason that I get so many yeses now is because I was willing to get more no's than most other people were. If you didn't catch that, I'm going to say it again for you. The reason that I am in the season where I am getting so many yeses is because I was willing to go through the period of getting more no's than most people were willing to get or to go through. I was willing to hear no more than the other guy. And that's why I now hear yes more than the other guy. It's a matter of posture that you need to have as you grow and you get better and your confidence increases, your belief increases. Guys, your posture becomes differently. You become a better person, a different kind of beast. Now, when you approach this business, you nose bounce off of you like Teflon because you've now grown till your skin is so thick, your hide is so thick that nose and rejection bounce off of you like Teflon. They do not stick, guys. And that is the kind of animal that you need to become. If you want to create that level of income, that level of lifestyle, that kind of money, you have to evolve from who you are now to who you need to be. Let me say that again for you. For you to get where you expect to be, to earn as you expect to earn, you need to evolve from the animal, from what you are now, into the animal and the beast that you need to be. You see, the problem is, if you ever saw documentaries of lions and tigers and lions and hyenas in the jungle, you see how they get, they're beasts. You see how they hunt. You see when they grab hold of something that they want, the prey. and they start to rip it apart. They become beasts. You see, the problem is everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what real beasts need to do, which is hunt, which is hunt. A lot of you guys, if you were in the jungle with the mentalities that you have now, you would starve. If you don't catch that analogy, I'll say it again for you. A lot of you, whoever you are, I don't know, I'm not picking on anyone who the cat fit didn't wear it. All right? I'm talking to somebody, I don't know who, but I'm talking to somebody tonight. A lot of you, if you had to try to survive in a jungle with your mentality right now, you would starve. You would not eat because you'd be scared to hunt. But what if I hunt and the hunt gets away? What if I don't catch it? What if this don't work out? What if last time I tried to hunt, I didn't catch anything? And you would find all of the reasons not to get out there and hunt and get bloody and eat. And because of that, you would starve until you get to the point where you treat your business like the prey, where you sink your teeth in it, and when you sink your teeth in it and you start to rip and tear and pull and fight to get the meat, to get your pound of flesh, until you evolve to that level of beast, you are not going to see the level of money that you expect to see. So change your speech, change your words, change your posture, and you will watch your confidence level start to rise to a level that even might scare you. And it's at that point that you will find that you will start to attract other beasts to you because like attracts like. Okay? They say misery loves company. So understand that if you are miserable, you will attract miserable people into your space. If you are if you are all about positivity and light and abundance and wealth and you have the right mindset, you will attract those people into your space because like attracts like. But if you are saying that you're positive, trying to give the impression you're positive, but when nobody's looking or you're not talking to anyone, you are focusing so heavily on the money you don't have, the situation you are in, the things that aren't working, that all that you end up doing is canceling out the request you made to the universe for abundance and replacing that with the attraction of everything that you wish not to have, because that is what your mind is focused on. I want you to think about that. Okay? Time is 8:49. I'm not gonna go past 9. Okay? We started at what? 8? Yeah, so 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay? Now, as you are in your business and you're building business, you need to be able to be in a position where you can overcome some objections. And the only way to do that is to educate yourself. Ask questions. Read the FAQs. Many times I get people asking me questions that are right there in the FAQs. Type in VIPSavingsClub.com, go to the FAQ section, and read every single FAQ. That's homework. Read every single one, okay? And get familiar with your business. If there are things you're not sure about, ask someone that knows or understands. That's your sponsor or upline. Ask questions. Because see, get on three ways. If there are three-way calls that you can do that. Don't just say, hey, I got some people that are interested. Here are their numbers. Can you call them for me? Now, how does that help you? How does that train you? How does that educate you? Because if you keep doing that, it means every single time that you have persons that are interested, you said, hey, here's coach's number. Give him a call. He will answer all your questions. How does that help you get better? You need to be involved. You need to hear how those questions are answered and responded to so that you are now in a position to respond to them on your own. And you know what that does? You being able to respond to them on your own the next time around, it increases your value because people want to do things with people of value. If your team or if your prospects don't see you as someone who can bring them value, someone who can actually help them, they're not going to be very confident in going into business with you. People, if Bill Gates, or maybe not a good example, kind of wicked, but let's just say Tony Robbins, multimillionaire. If Tony Robbins, or what's the guy that owns Virgin Atlantic? Uh what's the guy's name that owns Virgin Atlantic? I can't, his name isn't coming to me right now. Somebody type it in the chat. It's right there on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember his name right now. The guy that owns Virgin Atlantic, Richard, right? Richard Branson. If Richard Branson came to you and said to you, I want to start a business and I want you to be my partner. We're going to sell shoelaces. Now, two things are going to happen. In your mind, you're going to be like, shoelaces? Shoelaces? What kind of business this is? But the other part of your mind is going to be like, you know what? This is Richard Branson. This man's a multi-billionaire, and everything that this man puts his hands on turns to gold. So gosh damn it, if this man's selling shoelaces, I selling shoelaces. I will sell the hell out of shoelaces. You don't know how, you don't know what he's gonna do that's different. You just know if Richard Branson wants to start a shoelaces business with you, you ain't saying no. You know why? Because he brings value. Because he has a proven track record. Yes? This is why it's so important to follow the people that are more successful than you. Follow the people that are where you are trying to get to. Do what they do. That's how you get successful. Follow other successful people. I grew up following and watching and reading and listening to other successful people. The Richard Branson, the Brian Tracy's, the Robert Kiyosaki's, the Les Browns. You know, all of these guys, I grew up listening to these guys consistently, always doing personal development, something that most people don't do these days. When last did you take 15 minutes and just read a book on personal development? When last did you take 10 minutes out of your day and just watch a motivational video, just something to inspire you and motivate you? Most people don't even do that. So it's so easy to get demotivated because you are not recharging your batteries. You're not doing that, okay? You're not doing that. Here's another point for you guys. You need to go through the numbers. When I hear a person say, "Oh, I talked to two people and I waited for them to get back to me," I'm like, "Uh-huh. I, um, how much other? Just that's it, guys. If you are talking to two people in a week, you are wasting time. You are wasting time. You are not here for big money. People in this business for big money are not talking to two people a week, or five people a week, or 10 people a week. The kind of that the numbers you talk to in over a couple hours in a day. In a week, you want to change your life and you talk to two people in a week and waiting for them to get back to you. So what if they get back to you and they say no? You just wasted a whole week off of two single people who still said no. And then you're gonna say, yeah, man, I out there working, they talking to people. Here's a fact. Most of the people who sit out there working the business are not working the business. Let's keep it real. Most of the people, and dare I say, a lot of members who would like to give you the impression or give the impression that they're really working this business. Yeah, man, I'm out there talking to a lot of people. I'm out there really marketing. No, you're not. No, you're not, Wayne. You're not. You know how I know you're not? Because randomly, you know what I do? I literally go on your WhatsApp statuses and I just look to see who's actually marketing. 95% of people, 98% of people, not a single thing posted about their business. I said, okay, no problem. Maybe another WhatsApp person. Maybe on your Facebook. Not a single thing posted about their business. Instagram, not a single thing. But then they said, man, hey, can you give me a sign up? Give me two people, give me one person, help me with some sign up. I ain't getting the bother to join. Of course you're not. Because you're acting like you're building a business. But I checked. You ain't marketing nothing about your business. And if you make one single post That is not daily, that is once in a while. So most people that like to give the impression that they're working hard are not doing a fraction of what they need to be doing to be successful. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, real. Most of you aren't marketing your business. So the results you're getting are a direct result, a, a mirror image of the effort you're putting out. All right? A mirror image. It's a numbers game, guys. If you want two people to say yes, be prepared to talk to about 10. So if you're talking to two people in a week, you know there's not much happening for you. I know through the numbers game, I will talk to multiple people every day or reach out, even not conversations, but reach out, follow up. But I will make contact with multiple people every single day. You know why? I only need at least one to say yes. Now, right now, for this month, because of the paid referral program, I've been giving away all of my referrals, those referrals. When I did the tally up, I've already probably given away about close to $1,000 US. That could have been in my account, coming to me on a monthly basis, close to $1,000 US that has been given away to members. Now, coming up to the end of October, maybe to the very end, maybe not even to the very end, that will be gone. That paid referral program will pause for a bit. For a bit, I'll bring it back, but it will pause for a bit. But let me explain something to you, okay? Guys, I refuse to give away members to persons, and I'm outside of that initiative, generally speaking, just in case, we have members from other things. Generally speaking, I refuse to give peer members or referrals to persons that are not putting in the effort. If you are putting in the effort and I can see you're putting in the effort, you are deserving of me going there, doing the work, finding some or prospect, getting them signed up, answering their questions, and they just giving it to you. So you get all the pay and I get nothing. I as crazy as that in itself is, I would still help out. But there are people who are in sitting back doing nothing, waiting for spillover, but want that level of assistance. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And you know why, guys? Because I am very comfortable with persons leaving the group and even leaving the business. Because guess what? Every person that I've seen that has left so far hasn't done anything of enough significance for me to be concerned about them leaving. Let me say that again. Anyone I've seen that has left so far has not done enough, not for me. I do what I got to do myself. I go there and I build my business. Team or no team, I go there and I refer a person. They have not done enough for themselves to merit me feeling bad in any way if they left the group or the business altogether. Because if you cannot put in enough effort for yourself to change the life of your family and your children and your children's children, if you are not willing to put in the effort to change that for them, then why on earth should I be concerned about if you leave or quit? Let that sink in for a second, guys. There are some of you on this call right now. Maybe you're part of our team, maybe you're not. But let me tell you something. There's some of you on this call right now that will be here a year from now. And the level of money that you will be making, you will look back and you will be glad that you stayed in this business. Even if for the first 2, 3 months or so, maybe you didn't make anything of significance, maybe the first few months. Because the reality is, even if you spent 6 months in this business and didn't make a cent, you've only spent $300 US. So everybody should be willing to commit to at least 6 months. And if you can't commit to 6 months for something that could be life changing, then you are not ready. to change your life. You're not ready for the level of money that you will inevitably see some of the members on this call right now tonight be making in a year's time from now. Remember, I say that many people that have left, quit, or already will look back and they will regret leaving VIP Club too early or too soon. They're going to regret it. How many people on this call are determined to win? Type it in the chat, let me know. Type I am determined. No, too much word. Type I will win. If you're one of those people that no matter who says no, who's not interested, who got all the excuses in the world, that you understand, look, as long as Eva Simone and John Dirk Schmeyer continue to keep VIP Savings Club running. They do all that they're supposed to do in the background. They maintain the company. They provide the services. They don't, everything stays on the up and up. That once they do their part and this company keeps on running for the next couple of years, how many of you are determined to win and stay committed until you realize the level of success that you want? Because I'll tell you this right now, you're not going to find much, if any other platforms out there right now, that for $50 that you are going to earn $40 back out of a $50 entry. Now, we may not be the cheapest, but cheaper ain't always better. What we have is more value. When you pay your $50, you don't just get an opportunity to recruit people or just money. When you pay your $50, you actually get something for your money. You get services that are worth much more than $50, much more. So you are getting something for your money. And then on top of that, you are getting paid for sharing it. Other things out there, you pay to join, and there's nothing that you are getting. It is just money or it's just recruiting. And anytime that there's no product or service or value or substance, be very cautious. Everything that glitters is not gold, and cheaper doesn't mean better. Always look for the value that you are getting. Guys, I've got so much more information, but I'm going to cut it here for tonight and leave the rest for next week. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this. How did you guys enjoy the information that was shared with you tonight? Again, I just needed to just kind of share some things with you. I wanted to get folks just thinking differently, just focus differently, not just, there don't have to be an opportunity call all the time, but sometimes we just need to re to refocus our minds and our vision and to get ourselves in a place where we get readjusted. Because you're going through the week, you're going to get knocked off course a bit. You're going to get some negative people hit you with some stuff. You're going to get some rejections, and it's going to start. It takes a toll on you. So every week, we're going to come here and we're going to have a call where we get re-energized. Is there any points that stood out to anyone in particular? Anyone would like to share any specific points of anything that was mentioned this evening that you would like to touch on? Maybe there's something that hit you specifically that made you think about how you're doing something. Anyone? Go ahead and I don't think I muted anyone, I don't think, but if I did, just raise your hand and I'll unmute your mic. You can type it as well, but it's great when we hear from you. Tasha say, yes, I received great information. Thanks. You're absolutely welcome. Go ahead, Burnett. Your mic is unmuted. Go ahead, Burnett. I see your hand is up. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I guess I feel like I in that dry spell now.
Mhm.
So I glad for the encouragement to keep pressing on.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. we all have some periods where things are blazing, and then there will be other periods where things might ease up a bit and slow down. And that's how business goes. Business and successful business is not a straight line. It's not every day winning, every day results. No, it's ups and it's downs. It's ups and it's downs. And that's how business goes. The key thing is to stay on the course. Focus firmly on course until successful. So you're gonna have great days and not so great days, great weeks and not so great weeks, great months and not so great months. But you never stop exposing, you never stop sharing, you never come off the path. That is the key, the consistency of it all. Because here's the thing, even with myself, I don't always have days where persons are signing up. A week before I had a week where I didn't sign a single person. And that's all right. Because I had other weeks where almost every single day someone was getting involved. And that's fine. So you're gonna have it like that. But the key again, guys, is consistency. All right. So if I leave you with anything, I'm not sure if anyone else. Oh, I see Valencia. Go ahead, Valencia. Let me. All right, your mic is unmuted. Go right ahead. Your mic is unmuted, Valencia. You can go ahead.
The nuggets are great. Good evening to all.
Good evening to you as well,
Well,
my
for
dear.
me, I am not that techie internet person, so I do the best I can, however little I can.
All right. Okay. Oh, that was it. Okay, got you. Well,
Really like
I do.
listening to you
Mhm,
because you help to build up. Sometimes we lose focus, and focus is very important.
mhm.
But we keep going. If we fall down, we pick up the pieces and go again. Don't just stop where you are. Just keep going.
That's right. That's right. It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you dust yourself off and get up and go again. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And I'm happy for what I'm seeing starting to occur in your business. Like I said, some people start out the gates fast and others not so fast, but then they warm up. And I'm very pleased to see Valencia, you locked in your first referral. There's another one that's about to lock in as well. I gotta follow up with that for you. So things are starting to happen. It's
I
not
have another person following up and digging to see how it would help him. So I'm hoping that he would join too.
fantastic, fantastic. Guys, at the end of the day, guys, it really is about just offering or providing a solution to person's problems. That's all that we do. This is why I always say I don't like to use the word recruiting, because to many persons, recruiting kind of brings this salesperson-y kind of connotation to it. Whereas if you say, I share information, it sounds so much better than I'm here to recruit. You gotta recruit. No, that's why I say I don't recruit. All I do is I share information. I provide solutions to people's problems. What's the biggest problem people complain about? I need more money. We need to make more money, right? And there's nothing bad about making money, nothing bad about having more money. You can give money to a good person and he does good things with it. The same way you can give money to a bad person, he does bad things with it. Money is not the issue in itself. It all comes back down to the mentality, the character, the personality of the person who has that money that will ultimately determine whether it's used for good or for bad. But primarily, we all need money to live. We're in heaven. The currency of the earth is money, whether it's dollars, euros, pesos, gold, silver, bones, or shells. Currency is necessary to get through. That is what people trade with. We need currency. So that is the primary problem that people are facing, whether it's for purposes of debt consolidation, or debt wiping it out altogether. Whether, for whatever reason it is, people want to make more money. And all that we do is provide a solution to that problem. You are not a recruiter because a recruiter doesn't really care about you, by the way. A recruiter is someone who will just recruit you and that's the end of it. You ain't gonna hear nothing from them after that. They're not gonna reach out to you to find out if you need help. There's no support. You can barely even reach them. They just recruited you and that's it. You are a dollar sign. Don't be a recruiter. Be a sponsor. Be a, I don't want to say a mentor per se,
Be
but
a leader.
be a leader. Ah, there you go. Be a leader and be a good leader. And then in turn, create other leaders, not
That's
followers,
right.
create other leaders. My aim, and Burnett can testify to this. I always tell Burnett always tells me, boy, I coming for you, I can catch you. She looks at my referrals and then she talks about her referrals. She said, I can catch you, I coming for you. And I said, don't come for me, pass me. Me. Don't come me, pass me, catch me. I have no problem. I have no ill feelings with anyone who makes more money than me in this business that is in the team. Pass me, get more referrals, make more money. I don't care. My focus is to just help and see as many other people making money. One or two people making thousands of dollars and the majority of people making none is not nearly as powerful a statement as 100 people making just an extra 100 or 200 US a month. I would rather that 100 people making $200 or $300 a month than two people or three people making $50,000 a month and the bulk of people making nothing. And that is what my focus is to help as many people to see that look, this thing can work, this thing can be life changing. And I am confident, guys, once the momentum kicks in, and I'm about to wrap up, once the momentum kicks in and more people become aware of what we have and execute this like a real business without any excuses, let me tell you guys something, man. This thing is going to take on a life of its own. And do not be surprised that we start to get multiple members reaching $10,000 a month in a period of less than 24 months. Watch and see. Multiple people. All right. So with that being said, guys, I am going to bring the call to an end. Oh, Bernard, your hand is up again, or it was never down? Not sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's just for to say one thing. Yes, I mean, I ain't getting referrals right now, but because I had a good foundation, I'm still getting money in my account. Because even tonight, me and coach are talking, and I just tapped my account, and it just started screaming. I was like, "Coach, money just landed in my account." I had to apologize to you for screaming so hard in his ears. So it's like because I had that foundation, money's still coming. So
There you
I
go.
just encourage everybody to at least push to get your four. Even if you can't, just push to get your four and then move from there.
That's right. And build
Yes.
that foundation, guys. Build that
Yeah.
foundation. Four is just an example, but when you get to four, don't stop at four. Keep going. Why would you stop? Keep going because remember, if your people see that you are consistent, you are out there building it, marketing it. For example, think of me. I could stop right now. Or some person might say to me, but coach, you don't even need to refer any more people. I have 40 people that are directly sponsored to me. 40. And the only reason there's only 40 is because I gave away probably close to 20, if not more by now. Right? That's the only reason. So someone said, well, why would you keep going? Because one, if you're good at something, don't stop doing it. And two, I like to lead by example. I'm not going to be sponsoring a lot of people and then just sit back and be like, okay, great. I got a lot of people sponsoring. I'm now just going to sit back and let everybody else do the work. No, I will continue to be the hardest working person in the team. Even though I could stop and continue to earn every month on that, I refuse to be outworked. That's my kind of mentality. I refuse to let anybody outwork me. You're welcome to try. I welcome it, right? But I refuse to be outworked. And that is the mindset that I have when as I approach this business. And because I'm a beast, and I want to be a different kind of beast. I don't want to be the first, like they said. If you didn't come from a if you didn't come from a millionaire family, let a millionaire family come from you. Be the first person in your family that you may know of that is a millionaire. All right. And if there's already one, they'll be the second. All right. But it's all possible, guys. All right. So great call. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. This was fun. I like this. It's just a different kind of setting where we can just kind of chat, discuss, you know, not just business, but just being positive in general. Like I told you guys in the beginning, speak only of what you wish to attract to you, and you will attract what you expect. All right. So, guys, that's it for Transformation Tuesdays. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will have my opportunity call at 8 p.m., where you're welcome to invite as many guests as you would like. And that's where I will go into the presentation of itself. Okay. Outside of that, tomorrow is Wednesday. The company's official corporate call is going to be on Thursday, at 9 p.m. So, you've got multiple calls, all right? So with that being said, have a fantastic night, guys. Thanks for all who came on. And yeah, let's keep chugging away at this thing, guys, because you are in the best place and position that you could possibly be in right now. And if you commit to this, the next 6 months to a year, when you look back at your bank account and your finances, you will realize that there's no turning back. All right. It's going to be well worth it. Have a good night, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.